Hi, I'm Chris Hoyt, Marketing Director at Onebridge, and today I just want to talk about why a data warehouse has become pretty much essential for marketing analytics in the modern age. Marketing analytics has always been a challenge, and even before privacy laws, there's been what we call the valley of lost data. And basically, if you picture in your mind, you have a cliff on one side, and that's your advertising campaigns, things like Google ads, things like social media ads, things like display ads, retargeting, all that. And on the other side of the valley, you have your internal sales systems. You have your CRMs, your ERPs, wherever it is that you collect customer data and keep it internally. Between those two, there's a valley. And the valley is because as we take people from wherever they're at on the internet, drive them to our website, have them fill out a form, the data connecting the person that you're now talking to and selling to the history of how they've interacted with your marketing falls off. And it falls off for many reasons. It falls off often because of internal processes, depending on how that data is entered, if it's manual especially. It's not connected, it gets lost. It's lost because you need somewhere to report on that data. And Google Analytics and ad software, they're not going to let you bring your customer data over. And a lot of the software we're using over here on this side, your CRM system, isn't necessarily going to import all your marketing data over. So either way, it's really hard to paint a picture of everything someone did on their way to becoming a customer and everything someone does after they convert. Current privacy laws, like GDPR, have made this even more challenging. And even if you don't live in a place where those laws are really strict, everyone is adopting them because they know it's the future. These laws center around PID, personally identifiable data, meaning that's any data that allows you to connect everything you're doing to an actual person. So, for example, in Google Ads, Google can collect anonymous data on how many clicks you've gotten, how many people have come to your website, how many people have converted, but it can't tie that information back to a person. They're not allowed to do that until a person explicitly opts in to give you that data. But as a company, when a customer reaches out to you and voluntarily gives you their information, obviously you are allowed to have that. The key is, how do we tie that to all the other data? That's the challenge. The only current answer that really works is a data warehouse. A data warehouse is a very simple concept. It's taking all the raw data from everything that you use, pulling it out and putting it in one place. And the reason that helps is because each source of information, whether it's social media, whether it's advertising, has something that you can connect once a customer comes through to pull together the journey that a customer has taken all the way through and tie it to now the customer record you have so that you know how they got there. This allows you to have a full customer 360 as you go through to know where are we getting customers from, what are they looking at on our website, how are they interacting with social, and what's ultimately motivating them to reach out to us and become a customer. There are technical tricks that we still have to use and that people try implementing. A lot of people have been using cookies. When Google sends someone to your website, it allows you to capture a cookie of the campaign data. When someone fills out a form, you can send that campaign data with the form. That can help you tie it into your records. The problem is, third-party cookies are getting blocked more and more. Cookies entirely are being blocked. If you are in an area that has full GDPR, people have to opt in to use any of them. So relying on cookies is just not a sustainable plan. In the end, the data that can tie someone together can be as simple as a timestamp. If you know the time someone fills out a form or completes a transaction on your website, and you know the time a conversion has happened, you can safely tie that information together. Social media networks also tend to have email addresses of people that engage, or company names, usernames. These are all things that once someone becomes a customer, you can collect in your CRM. And if all that data is in one place, you can tie those lines together and get that full customer 360 view. The other problem is reporting. Even if you succeed in manually stitching and tying all your data together so that everything's sending somewhere, like let's say it's your CRM system, and you have it so that all your data is exporting, you still have to report on that data, and you have to be able to look at it through different dimensions. You want to look at it through time series. You want to look at it by which sources are bringing the most. What's the ROI combined? Where's my spend? Where's my value? The reporting tools that are in any single marketing tool just aren't going to do the trick. You want to be able to use a powerful BI tool like Tableau or Power BI that lets you look at your data any way you want to. But you can't use those tools till you have your data together all in one place. So that's why data warehousing has become pretty much just essential to marketing analytics. Because if you don't have control of your data, if you don't have it all in one place, if you don't have it tied together, you can't make the connections to get the customer 360 journey you want, and you can't report on it in a way that actually helps you get significant insights from it. If you're curious about getting started with a data warehouse, well, that's what we're here for.